Hey everybody out there in the YouTube world, it's your boy Dust the Diesel Technician, man, back with another fun video. Today we're going to be talking about using the correct air ratchet for the job. Okay, now here I have my mini Astro pneumatic 1128. Made a few videos on this, so if you want to see an in-depth video about this, you can go ahead and check my page out. But this one is extremely fast, 700 RPMs, the fastest out there on the market as of right now. They make a lot of tools. Well, actually, it's the same exact tool if you look at the patents and the way that it's made, the patent head, and all that. It's the same exact tool as a couple companies. OEM sells it, Air Pro sells it. It's a couple places that sells the same exact tool just with a different cover on it. But this thing is 700 RPMs, the fastest thing on the market. Now, what you want to use this for, I'm going to show you. Like, under the hood. You want to come under here, under the hood. This thing will snatch all these bolts under the hood. You know what I'm saying? The smaller fasteners anyway. So you want to go from about maybe, I'm going to say 8mm to about, I'm going to say 13 with this ratchet here. About 8 to 13 with this ratchet here is what I would use it for. Okay, but under the hood work and maybe panel removement, those little panel studs, these right here, this right here, because it's not a lot of torque. It's 50 foot-pounds, but it's not a lot of torque. But you got so much speed with this thing, you can get jobs done really fast with this. Okay, so that's what I use that for. Now the Matco, the big boy, they call this the pit bull. If you watch the commercial they got on this, this is the MT, what is it, 2858A. Yeah, so 2858A. This is, they call this the pit bull, 130 foot-pounds of torque at the trigger. This is suspension work. I use this when I need to get underneath the car on those big suspension bolts and rip them loose. That's what I use this for. And then it's so long, it has the leverage to where as though if you can't get it at the trigger, you can definitely use the leverage that you have to crack the bolt loose and get it out of there. So that's what I use this thing for, man, suspension work, because this thing rips shit off. This thing don't have problems ripping shit off. So only thing about it, this is not a do-it-yourself tool. Or this is not an amateur tool. This is a professional grade tool, because you do not want to pin your hand against whatever you're working on when you're using this. You want to have that control to where as though once you know you about to bottom out, let off on the trigger, because it will kick that way and pin your hand and hurt you. So you don't want to play around with this thing. It's a lot of torque, a lot of fucking torque in this thing, man. I haven't seen one video with somebody that has this air ratchet. I've seen one on a 2854, but that one has 80 foot-pounds of torque. This has 130 foot-pounds of torque. So I haven't seen anyone with this yet. I'm talking about, man, this thing is a monster, and it's been out for a long time, over 10 years. But nobody has made a video on YouTube yet, so I figure I'll put mine up there for guys that want to see it outside of the catalog, see what it look like. I'm telling you, man, this is it. Now this thing is expensive. It's $475. To me, that's $500. So just being honest with you, it's a professional quality tool. If you don't work in the shop, do not pay $500 for an air ratchet. You're not going to use it every day. But if you're in a shopping environment, this is the tool you want for the job. For those heavy suspension, them big bolts. This is the tool you want for the job, for under the hood work, panel work, quick fast stuff, zipping it out of there. 700 RPMs at the trigger. So these are my two air ratchets that I use. I retired my Mac ratchet. It was too slow and not strong enough. So these are the two air ratchets that I use in the shop on a daily. And if I had to take something off by hand, you see what's on the card. I'm running Matco, and this is my favorite 1/4 inch ratchet, the gear wrench, rotor head. If this thing right here won't crack a suspension bolt loose. If it's not enough power, which that's rarely, if it's not enough power to get it, that's when I had to bring this boy out. And that's definitely going to get it loose. 550 foot-pounds at the trigger, the stubby. So there's the part number, MT2760PCB. That's the cover for it. So that's just to give the new techs an idea of what they can use. Suspension, big from 14 to 19 millimeter bolts. Under the hood, from about 8 millimeter to 13 millimeter. And whatever this can't do, this can. 550 foot-pounds. So this the stubby. So that's what I'm running in the shop. I hope that helps somebody understand tools and how to choose the right ones. I'm Dusty Diesel Technician. Y'all know my slogan: subscribe, keep me alive. Thanks for watching.